somebody. Everybody wants to be somebody. Everybody.
LOLO Knows is a motivational talk show that showcases talented DJs and folks from every walk of life that has a message of life to share through music, wine, and great talk.
Everybody wants to be somebody. Everybody wants to be somebody. Everybody wants to be somebody.
Hello, everybody. This is Lolo with LOLO Knows. How's everybody doing tonight? Woo! Woo!
Ow.
We have a lot to celebrate because you know what? I'm very excited because this is my first official show for iHeart Radio. Being in affiliation with them is such a blessing. And I get to share it with two people right now that I got my start with in radio, Miss Cali Miles.
Hey.
And Mr. Bobby Champagne.
What a...
And they are with Cali Miles Inc. And I'm just so excited because, you know, these two we're going to actually be talking about relationships and developing relationships over the years and how to maintain relationships, but also just how our lives have just kind of manifested over the years and how we've been able to maintain this awesome relationship. And it's just such an honor for me to have this first show with you, you know, and it was just like, it was not even planned. That was just like the weirdest thing. It's like I was on this whole thing with iHeart where they were pending approval of my show, taking a look at it, see if the format was good, and it was just like bada boom, bada bing. It was just like I woke up like yesterday morning, they were like, oh, you've been approved for iHeart Radio, and I'm like, oh,
Yay.
my God. And then when I was writing the whole thing up, you know, about it, it was just like, oh my God, I get to share this with Cali and Bobby. And it's just like, and they, you know, for anybody that doesn't know, out there, and I know I always mention you guys on my shows. I don't know if you guys have seen, a few shows. So
a lot of them,
you guys
yeah.
get a chance, go ahead and look back on those little archives. But I do Bomb Squad Radio
Yes.
on Fridays at 7 o'clock at Voice It Radio. And that's where I actually got my start. And it was just like, and now it's just like kind of like grew to this. And now you guys are here. And I'm just so like beyond.
Congratulations.
Like, this is crazy.
It's all full circle.
Timing.
All full circle. It's timing. It's just in the universe. And we talk about that a lot, you know, and how just our lives have just kind of collided. But first of all, I also want to say, you know, want everybody to know that Ashley's in the house.
Hello, everyone.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Pretty
Yeah?
excited about all this news and everything. And I just know when I read that, I just got the biggest smile, and I just wanted to, like, yell. Like,
And you know what? You know, this is the thing about even Ashley. You know, when I actually, stopped doing my show for Voice It Radio, it was just like I was here one day just on a whim, on just some barbecue. It was what a beautiful day that was.
Yeah.
What a beautiful day it was. You know, Jordan, you were out there, you know, barbecuing.
Awesome.
I mean, he was just out there doing his thing. I came over, and it was just such a beautiful day. And then Ashley just said, well, we can do your show. Let's do your show. And I'm like,
That's kind of how it went, yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
okay. I was like, okay. When? Let's just get it started. Let's just do it. And I was just like, all right, let's do it. You know, and it was just like one of those things that just kind of fell on my lap, and opportunity knocked, and I just went for it.
That's awesome.
You know, and
Yay.
you two have been like friends of mine for many years now, and it's just such a blessing because, you know, you guys are a part of my family as well as Cali and Bobby. It's just like I have my whole freaking circle of family around me, and this is like such a special show for me right now. So I just wanted you guys to know how that made me feel.
Aw.
Yeah, it's a lot of great accomplishments, man. We're really proud. I mean, I opened up my news feed for my normal morning, I don't know what the word would be. I'll make up a French-sounding word. My morning frappuccino. As I I was scrolling through my newsfeed, and I was like, oh, dang,
Kelly likes
iHeart.
frappa
Bobby, I think you need your own dictionary. Like, seriously.
He
Like,
loves to make up French words.
I love it,
I feel
though.
like the French language is the easiest one to fake, or fake is
As long as
schwa.
you're not French.
I took French, so that's why I just think it's funny.
That's good.
You just need to have a schwa at the end,
A
right?
schwa.
Schwa.
Schwazé.
You know what, though? I'm just amazed that, Callie, you're doing your thing. You know, a lot of things are coming in full circle for you as well. It's like you are an aspiring singer, and you're an amazing singer.
Thank you.
And I'm so happy that even after all these years of being in the game that you haven't left that. You know, your passion has always been there. It's like I feel like that every time you have been given a gift in life, you should share it. Mm-hmm. You know, you should really truly share it. And I don't care how much we fear, and that's actually going to be Friday's show on Bomb Squad,
Right.
Overcoming Fears. So I want everybody to listen in on that show, because I think it's going to be something very moving for us. And I love the fact that, we have collaborated, and, and it's like we're on this journey together, and it makes me feel so good, because I feel like I'm on a collaborative movement, and with such creative, loving, positive souls, these like energies that just kind of, collided, and we're just doing our thing. And it's just how it should be when, universes just collide with each other, right?
Yeah.
Right.
True. So true.
Exactly. So, Callie, right now, I know that you are working on a tour and everything else. And can you tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah, we're putting together a winter tour, and I'm really, really excited. We're going to be re-releasing my song Naughty Christmas. So the music video is out. You guys can go check that out on YouTube. And we're going to be performing all over Northeast Ohio, maybe picking up a few more dates. So if anyone's interested in booking us, having me in the Bomb Squad come and perform Naughty Christmas, definitely hit us up on cali-miles.com.
And right now we're listening to Naughty Christmas. We're just going to get right into it, because you know what? The Christmas spirit is where it's at, right?
Yes.
Yeah, jingle that.
Jingle it.
It's kind of like a modern day Santa baby type of feel.
And
Yeah, it
that's
is,
what I
yeah.
love about it, and I feel like that everybody should listen to this song, and everybody should just download it, and everybody should just have fun with it.
Thank
and
you.
get sexy with it.
Yes.
Go out there and buy those sexy Christmas costumes,
Yes.
Yeah, Santa.
and do a lap dance for your significant other.
I say
That's
Christmas.
that's kind of the whole backstory for the song. It's like, we know what you really want for Christmas. 'Cause at least between us, it's like, there's no point in really buying anything. I know what he wants.
That's sexy. That's hot. How have you guys actually met each other?
Oh man.
Through friends?
How do we meet?
No, I met her. She was passing out flyers, so then I knew.
Yeah, he came up to hit on me, and I gave him my CD.
Well, no, she was a hairy buffalo
I was
passing out flyers,
CDs,
something.
and I was about to get kicked out.
And all my friends,
So it was
all
something
my
that he
friends,
was familiar with.
They came up and hit on her, and I was like, all right. Well, she was like totally dogging on them. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. And if I come back and she's still here, I'm gonna hit on her too. But I'm gonna give her some space to breathe, so it doesn't look like the thirst is that real. Yeah,
And mind you,
knew,
Bobby Champagne is a really cool b-boy at that, so I'm sure you got all kinds of swag and the talk.
Well, she actually, coincidentally, she knew a mutual friend, Quincy. Who,
Yes, big shout out to Big Hef.
Yeah, really good friend of ours. We've known him forever. I mean, he's like a staple in the
And
community.
he's an intricate part of your music career.
Yes, yeah, we're working
Of
with Quincy
everyone's
again.
pretty much.
Now,
Yeah, right?
Yeah, he works with MGK. He works with a lot of different people, and
Quincy's
he's been
everywhere.
helping us out a lot. We've been working together on my music for about 8 months, and just really getting it out there and making some really positive things happen.
Quincy's
So-
like the dude, like if you watch some crazy special about the Beatles, you'll notice he's in the background, still the same age. Like, what are you? What are you? How do you do this? How are you everywhere?
Let's get back to the meet cute, because that's what I like to call it, the meet cute. When you came back out of the bathroom, she was around, right?
Oh yeah, so she handed me a flyer, which for me, being a promoter, and I've been a promoter for so long, I probably flyered more than anybody in Cleveland. I will say that I flyered more than anybody in Cleveland.
Yeah.
If you don't believe me, ask somebody. 'Cause I have flyered a lot. I've got tickets for flyer, and I've got all types of stuff. And I mean, the clubs like the aggressiveness, but at the same time, it's like there'll be days where, like, one of the best stories is we were at Shooters and we're like drinking Louis the 13th with Roger. Cool guy, you know, he's always like
Yes.
the owner of the club. He's like showing us, you know, I guess Louis 13th is really nice. I'm not, it tasted really good.
Whatever.
And then like an hour later, I'm by myself freezing my ass off, flyering in the parking lot. It's like, man, this is a turn of events, you know. So it's like, it was really cool to see a girl doing it. So from there, we kind of just like, we were friends for a couple years.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Friend zone.
Yeah, I was in the friend zone.
You
I
were
was
in the friend zone?
Yeah, I was in the friend zone for like a year. So then I just had to change. I just changed my number after that. I was just so mad one night. I was just like, screw this. I mean, there's more to it too. I mean, I was in the friend zone, but I was technically married at the time. So, so the friend zone sounds more appropriate. I guess I was in the married zone if
I
you
was
want to
trying
put
to
it
be-
more
It
appropriately.
gets so
Yeah.
real on LOLO Knows right now.
So I guess it'd be the married zone if you're correctly naming it.
To be honest.
Kelly's
Yeah.
probably like, you better change that situation before
No,
you get with me.
I was just like, you're just my friend. Let's go pop bottles and make my boyfriend jealous.
Yeah. She'd always take me out to make her
But you know what? We had so much fun together, and that's what we would do. We would just go out, and he'd be breakdancing, we'd be popping bottles, and we just always had a great time together. And you know, he's the first guy that I dated that I didn't just jump into a relationship with.
That's awesome.
Normally, I would see a guy be like, "You're my boyfriend," and then it would just be, all
Just a
types
hot-
of
hot
terrible
mess.
things would happen because people don't take the time to get to know somebody really before jumping right in. And you know, I'm a free spirit, and that actually gave me the opportunity to really get to know him. And, you know, he knew all my dirt, and I knew all his dirt. And so when we finally did get together, it was just like, we're friends before anything else. So I think
You know
that's why
what?
it
Isn't that the whole point?
It
Why,
is.
why wouldn't anybody think that you know a relationship isn't built on a solid friendship?
Well, one thing about love that Cali really taught me and that I've learned in this relationship is like, love doesn't exist in the past. It exists in the present, you know?
Hello.
So,
That's
like, you might
beautiful.
have had the most greatest, awesome relationship yesterday, but guess what? This morning, you got to re-love it all again because it's,
Exactly.
I taught you that?
it's an everyday investment. Yeah, because it was like, basically because, like, you know, we knew each other's history and, like, coming from, like, being married. And like she knew I was just out being a total dick at the time. 'Cause I was, like, you know, I was a young kid, and I didn't really understand how, like, guys, if you're a dick, you're turning girls into mean girls, and you're just
Right.
making it harder for yourself in the future. So.
Exactly. Tell him.
So quit being a
Tell
dick
him, preach.
earlier.
I mean, yeah, and the gentleman squad now. Now
You know
he's
what, a
in
lot-
the,
I
now
think
he's in the
you-
So
gentleman
I
squad.
learned a lot.
That's good. You know, and that's the whole thing. You know, you guys have had like this relationship, then it's a business. It turns into, how did that come out? Because now it's like, and this is the whole thing. I want everybody to know that Kelly and I met when you were 18 years
Yeah.
old. You know, when she was this dark-haired, blue-eyed beauty.
Nubile.
And, you know, I was trying to start a girl group at that time. And I thought, and I was actually, you know, and I got the whole interest from somebody that I knew at the time,
Yeah, we
Joe
met
Little.
at a movie audition.
Right. And there was all this other, you know, this whole thing. And then it just didn't work out. And then all of a sudden, it's just like years later, you know, it's just like our lives collided. You ended up going, you know, doing your singing thing solo, and then all of a sudden the Bomb Squad was born. And it's just like, how did the Bomb Squad just come about? And you two were a part of it. This is you guys' business. You guys built this business, right?
Yeah. You know, we'd both been doing promotions and stuff like you said for a long time, and we're both pretty obsessed with our work, I would say. We both work really hard and we're very ambitious. Bobby's very business minded and I'm just very creative. I like to start projects and he's more of a doer and like get things done kind
Right.
of guy. So it really, really works well, and because we are just such good friends, you know, thank God we really balance each other out. I have seen a lot of people try to start the same type of business that we have and fail. And I really think that it's because we're a couple and because of the balance that we have that really makes it work. Because it's not
And
easy.
I will say this, you know, because, you know, I did manage, your business for a little while, and it was just like, and it is a tough business, and it's one of those businesses where you have to be on point all of the time.
And there's no guidebook of what to do. Like, nobody's really done what we do. We do a lot of different things. We're doing marketing and promotions for nightclubs. We're mentoring young girls.
That's not easy.
We're doing a lot of different. We're doing radio. We're doing our own videos.
Awesome.
We've got our hands in a lot of different things. So it's a lot of trial and error, and that's where the slow learners thing came in. We'll talk about a little bit.
Exactly. And I have a huge respect for it. And you know what? And even just knowing you guys and being your friends and being around, and everybody else who's actually is a promoter that's out there, they have a respect for your business, because you know what? They know how hard it is to do that business. You told me one time, you said, Lo, you're going to get a lot more gray hair doing that. I mean, seriously, because this is an unforgiving business. Like, you have to be on point.
Just the business system in general it's like, when you look at it from just a business aspect, if you're a promoter, you're basically hired to make the club jump. Well, once the club's jumping, do you think they want to pay you to be a promoter there? No. So just from the business system in itself, you're creating an end to your long-term funding. And then on top of that, every person you train, they're not going to be with you forever.
You're training your own competition.
So now you're training your own competition to go out and compete with you for this gig that you guys aren't going to be at for so long.
Right.
Yep.
But you know what? Part of it, I mean, it really works too, because like I told someone the other day, he's like, how did you get your business up and running? And I said, you know what? Part of it is just us being almost foolishly optimistic. Like, things go wrong or things happen or that would a lot of times make other people quit. And we just see it as, an obstacle or a learning curve, and we just keep going with it. And that's what a lot of people have come up to me, because at first, we got a lot of different judgment about what our business was and what our goal was, or, whatever at the beginning, non-believers.
Non-believers.
That we've, and after time, they've seen us and they've come up to us and been like, you know what, at first we didn't really get what you're doing, but like anyone else would have quit by now. And I think people really, you have to respect the fact that we've just persevered through a lot of
legacy. I mean, there's so many people we could be proud of that we could say started with us.
Absolutely. Like
That's awesome.
you.
Yeah, because you know what? It's motivational. It's positive. There's a good force there, and it helps to elevate people and not to bring them down.
Absolutely.
It's really an elevation process, and that's the whole thing. And I think, you reap those positive karma points back.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the other thing. When you have a brand that you believe, sometimes you will go through the whole struggle, but you think the struggle's worth it because you really believe in the brand and you believe that the brand is going to pay off in the end. You may not have all the answers in the direction that the brand is going, but you continue to keep going. You continue to learn as you go, right? Mm-hmm. And that's where I feel like I'm at, even in this venture that I'm on. I don't know where it's going necessarily.
Where am I?
You don't
I don't know. I'm just going with it, and I'm having fun. But isn't it like, Ashley, like, we're kids. When we're kids, we do dumb shit.
True.
When we're kids, we just do things because we want to do it. And isn't it like the childish enthusiasm that makes us do these things that we're doing? Even Jordan, you getting into the whole, sound engineering movement. You were a kid that just got in, and you were just like, I like this shit. I can do this. Okay. And you did it. And you made a freaking career out of it.
Yeah.
How many years later?
We don't need to say.
Okay, but seriously.
No,
but anyway,
really, over 20 years later, I'm still doing it, still trying to persevere in it, and it's great.
Right. Time doesn't have a clock, and this is the whole point of this whole show. It's like the belief and the care about what you do. That's the whole thing. And right now we're going to be going into our break, and we're going to be doing the song. What song are we going to do, Ash?
Yo mama got beef.
Oh.
And that's the Mirror Picks remix.
Yes.
So shout out to
trap
them.
remix. Make sure you guys follow Mirror Picks Music on Twitter and check them out on SoundCloud.
Ray Lee, what's up? We see you. We miss you, girl. Hope you get better.
Yeah, you guys can actually log on to loloknows.com if you want to go ahead and tweet or even chat on mixlr.com/loloknows. Go ahead and do it. Let's listen in on Your Mama Got Beef.
Got beef? Why your mama got beef with me? Your mama got beef. Why your mama got beef with me? Your mama got beef. Why your mama got beef with me? Your mama got beef. Why your mama got beef with me? Your mama got beef. Why your mama got beef with me? Why you got beef?
Okay, that was the shit.
Yes, it was. It really was.
That's all I'm going to say about that. That was a hot ass mix. I mean, Mirror Pigs did their thing on that. I mean, I'm impressed by that.
Yes.
I love that, man.
I love that.
Honestly, and
was awesome.
trap, because everybody knows that like I promote a lot of electronic dance music on this show. That's my thing. That's what I do. And Cali, they did you some justice on that. Even just on the whole trap movement and stuff, and it's huge, and it's just it's developing, and I like the fact that there's a little bit of that funky the dance music with the hip hop behind it.
Yeah, I really like trap too. I would definitely want to do a lot more trap records. And Mirror Pigs is also going to be performing at Atmosphere 2014 on Black Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, along with my boys, Two Bad DJs, DJ.
That means I just have to go then.
Sean 216.
Sean 216.
Cali
Gotta
Miles
be
of
there.
Splatter
Cali
hosting.
Miles
I'm
and the
performing.
Bomb
So
Squad.
make sure you guys check them out.
And this,
Oh, yeah.
is this going to be a part of your tour too, right?
Yes, it's kicking off my winter tour.
Okay,
We're even
so
doing
I
Super
want to
Cup,
get,
too.
I really want to get into these dates, Callie, so everybody can kind of, okay, so right now, you have December 18th at Czar.
Yes, we're doing December 18th at Czar. It's kicking off at the Atmosphere 2014 at Ariel International. That's in Cleveland.
Okay.
Then we're doing December 20th at Rock Bar in Cleveland.
Okay.
And then we're going to be doing, the 20th, 18 comes before that, my bad. I'm good at music though, guys.
That you are.
Yeah, so the 18th we're going to be in Akron at Czar Nightclub for the Naughty Christmas Party. And Mirror Pix is going to be playing there as well.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so a bunch of fun dates coming up.
Let me ask you something, slow learners.
Duh.
People are really freaking slow. Let's just talk about this
Well,
shit.
we're really slow. I mean, we keep.
I'm saying
That's
no,
like
but no.
so many times.
I have to just say this because you know what? That's the whole
See what I'm
point. This is the whole point about what I'm getting ready to say. Okay, I like the name because you know what it does. It takes a time for you to grow into yourself and grow into things and to learn new things and to want to change and want to just like gravitate to a higher level of self. Mm-hmm. Which most people don't get, and Lolo Knows radio show is all about that, so because I'm just fed up.
Yeah.
I am fed up, because, sometimes you can put the answers in somebody's face, but if they're not willing to like look themselves in the mirror, then forget about it. I mean, what made you come up with slow learners? I mean, I was just going off the beaten path on that, just me being an artist and what that meant to me, which I feel like is a really awesome name. And the fact that you feel like, do you feel like you were a slow learner in life?
Oh, yeah. I mean, for us, there's like two ways you can explain it. Like, one is like, we keep doing the dumb stuff over and over again. You do it. You meet somebody, you're like, yeah, I should. Yeah. But then it becomes a headache, or you're like, man, I should do this. Or I know I shouldn't go to this show. It's going to be a pain in the ass. And then you go. And then the other way to look at it is like, basically, man, I totally.
For me, like our business is like I said, a lot of trial and error. So
Yeah.
I feel like there were a lot of times like I am constantly seeing potential in people. I really always see people's best, and I really always see like their best potential and what they can be, even if they don't necessarily have the ambition to become that. So it's just we've learned a lot of lessons over and over again, trying to help people or get people started or just different things with the business. To me, there were a lot of times we would find ourselves in situations that we'd just be like, oh, okay, I'm going to learn this lesson again until I really learn it. So that's where the slow learners came in.
And
We started
isn't
just kind
that
of like
the whole
making a joke
point
out of
in
it.
life
great.
and
That's awesome.
reaching your higher conscious self is being, sometimes when you feel like you're being faced with the same lesson over and over again, shouldn't that be a clue, people, to get the lesson?
And the thing, too, about it is, like, the Dalai Lama basically has a name for it. He calls it the ignorance of suffering. And what that means
Love
is...
that.
Yeah, what
Dalai
that means
Lama.
is we do stuff that we know is going to only make us happy for a short time, but make it impossible for us to ever achieve everlasting happiness. And that's like, we're all slow learners. Like, we know we shouldn't go do this, and then we go do it, and it was cool while it lasted, and then, it just continues to go down, and you never really achieve that inner peace and that happiness you're looking for because the ignorance of suffering. You just think that the suffering just finds its way to you, but most
People
of the time
think it's
you find
natural,
it.
but sometimes some people think it's normal or natural. That's not normal. It's not normal, people. It's not. It is actually opposite. You're supposed to wake up and enjoy your life and be happy and be, abundant and be deserving of all these blessings that should be coming your way. All of us should have the mindset to want to receive all those things. The fact of the matter is we're just in a whole world where there's so much negativity.
A lot of distraction.
A lot of distraction, which takes us off the beaten path, where we think that that's okay. Oh, that's acceptable because why? Everybody else is going through their own suffering. So, who am I? I guess this is normal. No, it's not normal. Your mindset, if you manifest positive thoughts, you get positive in return. I mean, Einstein said it best. It's just the laws of physics. Period. Yeah,
it's really about, if you're manifesting positive ideas and thoughts, that's what's going to be created on the outside,
And that's what I think. Aww. Voice at Radio said, "Hello, Bobby and Cali, EP in the room. Hi, EP. How are you?
What up, EP?
Nice." And Ray Lee is shouting us out. Hey, lovelies.
All right, Lee.
Shout out to
Thank you.
Bombshell
Shout out.
Ray Lee. We
And
love
Rob
you.
Kale says, "I love this song."
Oh, thank you.
That was the Christmas one.
Oh, the Christmas
Yeah.
one? Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rob. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm sure Callie appreciates it more. So why don't you go get a lady this Christmas to be naughty on you?
But yeah, so back to the slow learners. So it's our hip hop group is what we call it. Because Bobby and I, we worked together for a long time, but we hadn't really done music together yet. But I did hip hop and he did hip hop, and so we finally started to get in the studio and do a little bit of music together. And then we started working with Rick Stickman, who's an awesome artist.
Yes, he is.
Really
Talented.
fun, really energetic, has like a ton of different characters that he plays. And we,
such a good soul.
Yeah.
And they make songs so quickly.
I know.
mean, it is just crazy. Like, I'm not on half of the songs because they will just get it up and do it at like 6 a.m. and I'm still in bed.
You're like, I'm sleeping.
And I just, it's my chance. I have like at least 20 songs that I have half my verse written still that they already put out the song.
Oh, God.
I'm just like, okay.
That's hilarious.
And now we've brought in Christina Ferry, one of our new bombshells. And she is on the brand, or on the
I like her.
on the New World song that Bobby just put up 2 brand new videos for slow learners. So they're on YouTube. You guys can check those out.
I want everybody just to get familiar with Cali-Miles.com, because even with people that are, that know about you, there's going to be a ton of more people now that on other networks that don't know about you. So I want to kind of direct them to you. So Cali-Miles.com.
Yes.
Get familiar with Cali Miles and the Bomb Squad. Her bombshells, and she's hopefully making into Bomb Squad, but they're Bomb Squad in training.
Yes.
So, and this is the whole thing, in explain that process.
with the process of bombshell to bomb squad.
Yeah, let's say you're the thing about what you're looking for.
Well, we are doing another bomb squad search coming up on
Right.
December 4th at Czar Nightclub. So definitely, if you guys want to sign up, we're taking applications for the next live audition until December 1st. You can sign up by clicking bomb squad search on Cali-Miles.com. We're looking for 18 and over, ambitious, young, talented females, mostly performers, but we can really use females in any facet of the entertainment industry. My goal is to just have a business completely run by females that we can, like we're doing right now, just, run our own radio show, shoot our own videos, anything that we need to do. We've just got a group of women lifting each other up, entrepreneurs, the girls we train them. We do a lot of charity stuff as well. And then, they kind of go on almost like alumni and create this legacy, and whatever success, comes to them. It's kind of like a family type of vibe. So, I started the group because coming up, I really felt like I was the only hip hop girl in hip hop a lot of times. And I felt like if anybody needed a crew, it was the girls, and it was all these crews of guys and no groups of girls. And like I said, I had my first girl group when I was 9. Then I started a girl group with you when I was 18. Then it's been something I've done over and over and over again and been trying to get right. And
I just think it's beautiful because I want everybody to know, because I know Cali, and I think you and we were just on that same energy path where we just wanted to inspire people. And we wanted to inspire women, especially young women, especially the fact that we know how hard it's been for us growing up. Yeah. And we just didn't want to make it that hard for anybody else. It's really a weird time when you're like in your 20s and you're trying to find yourself and you're just out there and you're just learning things.
When you're a young female and you're a nice person and you're not and you're creative, I'm not necessarily like, very business. I'm not very greedy. I would just kind of be like running a charity if I could, really. A lot of times I feel like I still am. But a lot of
That's
women,
why she has Bobby.
Exactly. A lot of women are scared to talk about money or don't like confrontation and different things like that. And I felt like a lot of girls, there were a lot of things that I went through that if I could help somebody skip those steps, then that would be great. Because I feel like when I met Bobby and we started working together, that's when everything started to kind of make sense for my career. So he was kind of just the missing link. So he's the lucky guy that gets to just be surrounded by all these females.
It's very dangerous.
He is
way worse things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But it's awesome. It's really, really awesome. We've helped start the careers of a bunch of incredibly
amazing,
talented
girls. We've worked with some awesome girls.
Renee, Daniela
Melissa
Dior,
Paradise.
Melissa Paradise.
I know,
Euphoria,
right?
Steffi Sick Girl.
And they're still
And now
like
me.
part of family.
And Lolo. Yeah, it's
just
really
so
cool.
Many
I always
awesome women.
I never saw females or other people that did things the same, like acting and stuff like that. I was always kind of searching for that, growing up in a small town and wanting to be a singer and everyone being like, who does she think she is type of thing. And I just wanted to be around other artists or other people that did the same thing as me. So when I see a female that's a singer, I'm like, we should work together. It's not like, oh, we're competition. That was just never the way that I thought about it. So,
but you know what? I mean, Cali, and it's, to be honest, I've seen you just kind of morph yourself into the brand that you are. And it's just, I've never seen you be more of yourself than now than you are. It's just like, I remember, like, you've always did the daring looks. You've always like had like different colored hair, like you were playing up stuff, and you did it not for the attention. You did it because it was just outer way of expressing yourself. You were just kind of like your own canvas.
I'm an artist, but I'm an introvert. Yeah, I don't really do anything.
But you're your own canvas. But this is the whole thing: being a makeup artist, doing your thing, and then it was just like, and then you said to me one day, you're like, I love my blue hair. And it was just one of those things where it was just like, it just kind of
it made
matched
me so happy
your
to
whole
dye my hair blue.
Right. And it was just like that thing. And then I saw like a whole different change. You took your creative self to the next level. And it was just like, and I felt like if it even takes that to make you into who I always knew you were, then so be it. I just feel like, and I get that because I'm an artist as well. I'm a visual artist. So of course, I get where you're trying to find your your own style and your own format or your own like thing,
Yeah.
that
See, I always-
represents who you are.
Yeah, I feel like I always cared a little bit too much growing up about what everyone thought about me, and I think it stifled my creativity quite a bit. And growing up in a small town, and if I could go back and tell my young self anything, it would be just to really just be whoever I wanted to be as an artist, and just go with it and be weird and not care and not let it like change your creativity at all. Because I feel like I held myself back quite a bit, being scared about what people were going to think or not fitting in.
And
or
you're
things like
totally
that.
not that.
And now I'm in my 30s and I'm ready to do this. So.
I think some of that though comes with its wisdom of just growing older.
Right.
I mean, you can be younger sometimes and you do those things, but it's usually because you're doing them because you're rebelling. But,
Right.
But that's not the case. So I mean, I find that I'm just getting there, and now I'm in my
Yes.
40s.
Yeah.
So it took me to the 40s to really open up and say, well, wait a minute. So we go through those evolutions, and I think they're good when you find them.
It's awesome, and that's what I love sharing with the younger girls too, because they're just starting out, and sometimes I have to remind myself how young they are. Some of them are 19 or 21, and I think about myself at that time, and I'm like, okay, the fact that they're even that they're even here, paying attention to anything that I'm saying is amazing. But I love being able to work with them, and that's part of the reason why I really, really loved bringing you on too, because I really needed someone that I could look up to.
Aww.
So.
She looked up to me.
Who doesn't look up to you, Lo, is my question.
But I want, you know what? On that note, because I'm like getting all shy right now.
Lo getting shy? What?
I'm going to get to the slow
blushing.
learners track. Introduce the track.
This is Life of the Party. It's
I like this one.
this is just a cut that this is what we do for a living. I know, it's so funny. It's like, this is like what we do, and it looks awesome on Instagram. When people meet me, they're like, you're doing it. Like, on Instagram, I'm shining.
And they can get you what? On SoundCloud, Slow Learners.
Yeah.
And spell out Slow Learners for you, because you spell it out
Yeah,
different.
if you type in Google, obviously it's spelled wrong because that's what we do. SLO, then LURNRZ.
Awesome.
Slow learners.
Bottles. I'm the life and I'm living the party flow. Part of me wanna dance and the other is spinning dough. Partially pick a part of me, blood flowing my veins. Music is in my heart like cars and oil change. Picture looking incredible, women tasting like edible. Inhale in my lungs, you can say I love my vegetables. Sexually on my mind, at least in the fun time. Smile, walk through the club, hey look, it's sunshine. Popularity, clarity, staring people, they notice me. Hats in every color, I'm branded how I'm supposed to be. Bottle service and bartenders. Bottle service, bottle service.
Oh my God. I got to get back into this song.
It's pretty awesome.
You guys hit that shit on the nail. For real. Like, look, okay, I understand, like, that's your life, but honestly, it comes with the territory with what you guys do, because you guys provide entertainment in clubs for a living and venues and events, and of course that comes with it, but I think this needs to be a song that all the clubs should be, like, bumping right now. Like, seriously, that probably would pump up the bottle service.
Oh, yeah.
It really would.
Sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
I agree.
I'm serious. You should, because it just made me want to go out and buy a bottle.
Seriously.
You know what I
was getting
mean?
the
Like,
music ready,
and
I was-
have all kinds of
I had
models
to
around
rip it
me.
down
What?
off SoundCloud so we could put it on, and I was listening, and I was like,
Oh my God.
like
It's
I was
so
saying on the break,
true.
I didn't grow up in the club scene, but I grew up working in clubs with rock bands. Like, when I was 17, 18, I was in clubs mixing bands, but it's that same thing. So I'm listening to it, and I'm just like, wow, yeah, it's still the same. It's still the same.
It's still the
It's still the
same.
same.
It
Whether
does
it's
not
1987 or it's 2014, it's that same kind of thing.
It's probably the same in cave. They're probably in caves,
Yeah.
hitting rocks.
It's fun. I heard that. I'm like, all right, that's fine.
And we
I
like
dig
to
it.
make really fun music
Yeah.
too. Like a lot of the songs that they're making are very deep. That's what I love about Bobby, is a lot of
I
his
want to
lyrics
shout out to
are
Rick
really,
Sickman
really
right
deep,
now.
but they're very fun at the same time.
Yeah.
So
Well, you gotta have
that
that
one's a
support.
good club song.
That's the thing about Slow Learners is like the name Slow Learners is also like we always do stuff people are like, you can't do that. So it seems like you're dumb, but you do it anyways, and they're like, oh, you can do that. So it's like maybe you're not the dumb one.
Well, and the great thing with that, and obviously bringing the music into it, is that there really is no right or wrong. I mean, when it
Exactly.
comes to music, it's an expression, it's art form, it's there's bad music, yes, but that doesn't mean that it's wrong.
Yeah, it's all
just
a
you may not like
frequency.
it, and that person may not be great, but they're expressing and doing. And this is good. This is fun. This has meaning. It fills something. It's just kind of a fun party thing. It's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It does.
We're all about the message.
I want to
you
do
know.
this
Oh, yeah.
video. It's
Exactly.
gonna be
Oh,
fun.
that'd be an awesome video. Yeah.
That's gonna be sweet. We've been doing a lot of videos actually.
You have?
Yeah, Steven Trilsberg is my new directing name.
Steven Trilsberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steven Trilsberg.
Oh
Is that
my
going to live up to
God.
the pun? Is that?
Yeah, I mean, well, we dropped 2 videos today that I directed and edited and everything.
He's a really
we
good
shot.
director.
Yeah, we did it on. We did it on a little Nokia, like. It's almost like a GoPro, and it's another thing where people are like, "You can't do that." No, you can't drop 2 videos at once. You can't do all that, but we still do it,
Rayleigh, we hear you, but you can't call in right now. But I'm so happy that you're obsessed with that last song that we just played.
We love you, Rayleigh. We're going to come visit you.
We do. I mean, I do Skype my guest in and stuff like that, but we don't have a call-in feature right now.
We might get down the road.
Down the road.
We want to get this format working right. And we'll
Right.
go from there. But don't worry, everybody.
It's
Eventually
about the
we'll have that.
conversation and the motivation and stuff.
Make sure you
So,
guys
yeah,
check
folks-
out the Rayleigh Ray Facebook page. It's RAILIE RAI, I think.
Yeah, that's what it's spelled like on
Yay.
here. So.
Good, I got it right.
You got it right.
Okay, good.
Nice.
But
And
yeah,
she
and
says
I just,
love you more. So.
Aw, I just shot the last scenes for the raw focus for my music video for Centerfold yesterday too. So
Yeah, they're serious.
big shout
They
out
are.
to Faith Marie
So
and
what?
Bombshell Q. to
Tell
help
me
with
about that. Tell me how that's gonna all come. It's like some sort of just like a kind of like a horror.
Yes, Raw Focus is a horror movie. It's kind of one of those like Scream Queen type of things. It's about a bunch of models that are out shooting and doing different stuff in the woods, and they all are getting attacked by this serial killer guy.
That is awesome.
And they brought me in kind of late in
pretty
production,
sweet.
but they wrote me into. They actually had me in mind when they were like writing it, is what they said yesterday.
Yeah,
but they
ironically.
didn't. And then because Bobby actually knew the guy. Big shout out to Bobby Jones. But then they brought me in, later on and actually wrote me into the script, and I get to play.
And you got to do a song with them.
I get to play an exaggerated version of myself, who I'm like a pop star and a model or whatever.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then they actually
Yeah.
wrote me a song called Centerfold, Sex Sells, and recorded the song, and it's kind of got like an industrial kind of 9 Inch Nails type of vibe.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Which
And
I
you did a
really,
video
which I
for
really
it.
like, and we just wrapped on the video yesterday. So
Okay,
it
so-
should be out very soon, and I'm going to be performing it on my winter tour.
Nice.
Oh,
Yay.
good.
Yeah, really
Good.
excited.
I saw like footage on that, like on your Facebook and everything. So if anybody ever wants to follow, Cali Miles, and
Yes.
just follow Cali Miles.
Yes, on Facebook, and you guys can
Facebook,
check
Twitter,
out yeah.
Instagram,
Check
Cali
out-
Miles.
Check out the Raw Focus Facebook page too for more information on when that comes out.
Those
Okay,
guys
cool.
are really good.
And anybody who wants to follow Mr. Bobby Champagne.
Yeah, just look towards the North Star.
So
No,
funny.
I'll just put in Bobby Champagne on most everything, pretty much there.
Mr. Champagne on Twitter.
I will never get
like that.
over your birthday. I still will never
Gosh.
get over your birthday.
Oh, it's Francisco No Comprende's birthday this week, too. So that's
is?
going to be, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We need a party bus again. If you have a party bus or a limo,
And you would like to
And you would like
drive
to-
around 40.
inebriated people from Cleveland to Akron, today's your lucky day.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
you
those
guys-
Raw Focus. The thing about this, too, is now that Steven Trilsberg has been getting into some video editing,
Yeah.
I've realized that, one, I don't have anywhere near the type of equipment these guys are working with. Two, I have nowhere close to the know-how. It's really awesome watching the real guys work, like watching Bobby Jones like set up the whole rig and really shoot those angles and like just the little stuff. Like I spent like an hour watching how to balance your white balance in the video, and
Pretty amazing.
yeah, it's insane. It's like never ending. So I got a new respect for that aspect of the industry, which I didn't really, coming from a sound background, you get cut and paste and fade, but it's kind of the same thing, but it's weird.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's very similar.
Editing, it's such a talent in doing that, man.
It's everything.
It's everything. I'm amazed when I see a good piece of footage and I know what went into that to film it, because, my background is like broadcast journalism. And of course I had like that, that aspiring like film background too. Like I always followed a lot of film students around who were doing stuff. So I understand like the process, and you get to really tie hours of video and then condense it down. It's just,
we just
it's
started
crazy.
We just started our Bomb Squad TV channel on YouTube.
Right.
So check that out. I just put out the first video for the Blue Vegan.
Yes, I was getting ready to
really
ask you
cool.
about that, so I'm glad you're bringing it
We're
up.
doing a lot more acting and a lot more video stuff.
Let me
Really
ask you
excited
something
about that.
about, and I love the name, The Blue Vegan.
Shout out to the guy that hit me up on Facebook today and said, "Nice Jenna Marbles ripoff."
No, he did
way.
not.
I took it as a compliment. It's okay.
You did?
Yeah.
You
I mean,
have-
I'm not obviously trying to copy off of anyone, but
Cali
I
Marbles.
never
Jenna
would have said that.
Marbles. First, number one, I love Jenna Marbles. She's
I know.
insanely
Awesome.
successful on YouTube. We're both like, smart, cute girls that happen to be funny and don't mind being silly and talk to our dogs in baby voices. So
Nothing better than that.
I don't have a problem with that at all.
I want to,
He watched it, so thank
and
you
this
for
is the
watching.
whole thing about even like the vegan movement. It's just like, it's just a lifestyle choice, people. It's not a forced choice, it's a lifestyle choice, but a lot of people are very curious about it. And Callie, you've been living a vegan lifestyle for how many years?
It's been 3 years.
3 years,
Yeah,
okay.
Bobby and I both.
And that's the thing. Even when you and I were together and you were talking, I was like, "Do it, do it, do it." It's just like, even just like a year later, now you're doing it, and you're finally putting together like your
because
video. I want to see like these cooking recipes, because you're
Yes.
actually a really good cook too.
Thank you. Yeah, I get hit up all the time about what do you eat, where do you shop, is it expensive?
Yeah.
Can you post more of your meals? Can you send me a menu? I'm like, I don't have my own
6
restaurant. So it's awesome for me.
You
'cause
talk about
honestly,
ingredients
Going vegan really was one of the best things I ever did. Basically,
Best thing
picking
ever.
Bobby, dyeing my hair blue, going vegan, best 3 choices of my life, I would say. And it really does make us so happy, and we love it. So
Yeah,
when
it's
people
really
are
awesome.
curious to ask about it, it's really exciting. And so
It
I
sounds like
figured,
you're smart about it, though. A lot of people
Yeah.
go vegan or vegetarian, but the problem is they think that then eating Subway with vegetables on it is
right.
And you have to. I mean,
Well, that's the number one tip I tell people. They're like, what? I'm like, well, the number one way to go vegan and stay vegan is to continue reading about being vegan.
about food, about
nutrition.
how the
Evolve.
food works. It's. I mean, even if you're a meat eater like I am, it's about nutrition. So what you put in your body.
Exactly.
Like when I travel, it's hard. But when I'm home, I get meat from places that I know that it's had a good lifestyle. It's been done the right way, because it makes a difference. And if not everybody wants to be vegan, but to go about it's about being nutritionally
Yeah,
sound.
it's just a lot of people aren't paying attention to what they eat at all. So if me going vegan just makes you turn around a package and read what's in it and read the ingredients, then I mean, that to me, it's like since I've gone vegan, I've seen my mom stop eating red meat. I've seen her start eating smoothies. We've seen our parents start to eat healthier and start to care.
I can now
Half
do
of our
those
mom
green
shells are
smoothies.
vegan now.
I can do those
Juicer,
kale.
Vitamix,
I can do those
start,
kale smoothies now
Yeah.
That stuff's good.
that
It's
she
good.
It's so
did
good.
for
I've
me.
changed since I was a kid.
When you get the proper nutrients, and when you're feeding your body the right fuel, it just it makes your life better in every way, and it
even,
really
like,
does. So
To change people's perspective, like people are always like, well, I don't know if it's healthier. I'm like, well, let's think of it this way. There's 3 people having a conversation, a chicken, or 2 people having a conversation, you and the chicken, you're arguing if it's healthier if you eat them or not. There's perspective. It's not just your perspective. So we try to broaden people's outlook on the world and understand the interdependence of reality. We're all connected. Nothing's an accident.
it's not a judgy thing. We don't. I mean,
My mom was a
everybody.
vegetarian when I was a kid, so I grew up with it. I understand it. She never made me be a vegetarian, and I never have
Yeah.
been. But I understand it probably more than a lot of people do.
Yeah, you can't
really
make
respect
anyone.
But I
really
eat.
do
I
it.
mean, I eat so great.
I love being
And
You
I eat all the
you
time.
do. You know what? And you've shared a lot of great things with me, and I've actually appreciated it. And I've actually have made.
Brussels sprouts.
I've actually have made good lifestyle choices even for myself. So which I've incorporated in my own life. So I thank you guys for that and for the knowledge. Orville, how are you? Lolo, great show tonight, he says. It's nice hearing fellow Cleveland artists doing great work.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. We really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Spread the word. Spread Lolo Knows around. Also, spread around Bomb Squad radio show, which I'm proudly involved in and want to grow as well. So, very fucking blessed right now. I just had to say it just like that. I'm just going to say it just like that. I have my family around me. This is my family. You guys are all my freaking family.
We are family.
Go ahead.
I got all my sisters with me.
And brother.
Take it away.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Bobby, because we touched upon a lot of things. I want to get down to everything else. The Slow Learners New Day video, Creepy Guy video.
We got the Traveler video and the New Day video we dropped today. Steven
Okay.
Chilsberg directed that. So
Okay.
I
Cool.
love saying Steven Chilsberg.
Chilsberg.
Chilsberg. And then the Creepy Guy video is done. Gip finished it for us, and we're going to drop that next week. And we might drop another little something here.
Big shout out to Cordy, who did an amazing job portraying the creepy guy.
Man,
in the
Cordy.
video.
It's really-
Cordy is amazing.
Cordy's
I want
awesome,
more.
man.
I just want more Cordys in the world.
Yeah, he's really just a good person, man. Like really, like one of those good souls where you're like, all right, this guy is like just we're friends, we're all friends. And he's not trying to get anything out of us. We're not trying to get anything out of him. He might pour a couple drinks, Cordy. Hell yeah.
He does get turned up, don't he? I've watched him many a
Well, our whole
time.
crew is like that. We just hang around with like a circus.
I'll never. I'm just going to go back to your birthday, but I will never forget it. But listen, Callie, I do want to get to this. Let's tie this whole show down to this point: working together, supporting each other, timing. Tell me your thoughts on that, and Bobby.
We kind of spoke on it last night quickly, but I think it's just really important to maintain good relationships. Like we said, we worked together. I met you when I was 18, and that situation didn't work out, but that didn't mean that we couldn't stay on good terms. You came on and worked for us with the Bomb Squad, and you had a lot on your plate at the time. It kind of, things grow, things change, and you just kind of have to maintain good relationships with people. Just because the timing might not be right for you to work with them right now doesn't mean that you might not be able to work together on something else in the future. Like, it just really does come down to timing, and different people fit in different places and different situations. So just, maintaining the relationship and the respect, I think, is really, really important, and my advice for everyone. You don't want to burn bridges.
You really don't. Bobby, do you have anything else to say before we cut out?
I just want to shout out everyone in the world, everyone that's been there supporting us. I want to shout out the Loop and Sick and Gotti and Dylan and all the people that have been with me for a lot of years. The squad, you made my life really awesome. My Instagram is amazing. Czar, all the clubs in Cleveland, and you, Lo.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Ashley, Jordan, Callie, and Bobby. Thank you so much for coming on this show. I am so happy. Until next week, everybody, the whole world, bye for now.
Wants to be somebody. Everybody wants to be somebody. Everybody